Hello and welcome to another hype-filled episode of a weekly deathmatch, because of course today is the day that Shadowkeep releases. In fact, the servers are down. Destiny 2 for the first time in 5 years is not playable. Well, I say Destiny 2, I just mean Destiny in general, because they are doing a whole friggin' day of maintenance, and I didn't think that would be a big deal until a few weeks ago when I realised just how obsessed I was with this game right now. And yeah, I'm like, I just want to play this game. So how did I record this footage? Well, the black magic of recording it a few hours before the servers went down. That's the trickery I employed to make this video possible. I don't want to rant and rave too much about Shadowkeep in this particular video because that will surely be next week's topic of discussion, but I do just quickly want to mention that thanks to my obsession with this game right now, I have discovered 2 Destiny related YouTubers who I highly recommend. The first is Vajez, TH3JEZ. He does these videos he calls so-and-so in a nutshell. I found him through his Destiny 2 Iron Banner in a nutshell video going viral, and I since watched his other videos where he's not quite so monotone. By the way, monotone narrating on YouTube is kind of becoming a bit of a thing. I first noticed it. I've got 3 examples here. The first one, I've forgotten the first example. Hang on a second. The first was Alt-Shift-X, who did analysis and speculation videos for Game of Thrones. Go watch those videos. The second was Mad Season Show, who talked a lot about vanilla World of Warcraft and got me very hyped for that experience, while also teaching me a lot about my favourite game, Destiny. And also, for Destiny, the one I'm on about, Vajez, he does those monotone complainy guy videos. Those are the 3 examples of monotone YouTubers I can think of that kind of took off, which is pretty cool. It's more, pleasant on the ears than you'd think. As I was saying though, Vajez is really fun for just general Destiny 2 videos, where you kind of, he has funny moments videos, kind of like my shenanigans, but actually better and with an audience. He has those in a nutshell videos I was talking about. He does live streams and stuff like that. They were pretty good. And then the other one was... Oh, my name is Bife. Yeah, he does the lore videos, and for a long time now, because I never fully played Destiny 1, I only played the first 7 levels of the first campaign, for a long time I felt like I have big gaps in my lore knowledge of, like, who are the Hive, where do they come from, a lot of stuff like that, and he put out a 4-hour long lore video about the complete story of Destiny up until Shadowkeep. Of course, not going in depth on every single thing, otherwise that would be like a 200-hour video, but basically going over all of the important bits. I can't recommend it enough. I was looking for this video's existence a few weeks back, and I found one which kind of went over the events of Destiny 1 and 2, but it did it very quickly and in a way that didn't really stick with me, whereas this did, and I really feel like all of my blind spots regarding the major points of the lore are now covered, and I am actually ready for Shadowkeep. And I mean, Destiny 2 does a good job of not feeling like you're out of a loop or anything like that, but at the same time it does feel a bit like, okay, so the Hive are attacking Titan. It's like, okay, who are the Hive? We need to save Titan! And I'm like, oh, I didn't play the first game, right, I remember. So yeah, that was very much a good video to go and watch. 4 hours long, but my attention was kept during every minute of it. Anyway, moving away from the Destiny 2 discussion, which I said wouldn't take up half of this video, whoops, I've been getting back into Crash Team Racing as well as this game. And I did some live streams in it. I finished up the Spyro and Friends Grand Prix, although you can, and I don't know, this might be pointless to talk about for people who aren't familiar with the game, so let me just quickly go over it. You've got pit stop cosmetics, which you can buy with Wampa coins, which you earn after every online race, and which are sadly lately now purchasable from the store, but as far as I can tell they haven't rebalanced the acquisition of Wampa coins or the cost of stuff in the shop, so forgivable for now. But Activision did lie about microtransactions, but that's a whole other video. But also there's Nitro Bars, which is basically the battle pass, which is completely free as well, which is completely free. I don't know if they'll change that, I hope they don't, but there's been 3 seasons of that. That's what the Grand Prix are, and basically I've been working through that, and I managed to get Spyro before the season ended and get about halfway through the entire season. And I've just found out yesterday that even though the season has ended, until the next season begins, you can purchase the rest of the Nitro rewards, so the Battle Pass rewards, with Wumpa coins as if they were pit stop things. However, you do have to buy them all at once. So, I'm going to be farming Wumpa coins for a while because I need 9,480, I think, something like that, to fill out the rest of my Nitro bar. And to be honest, there's nothing there that I'm really crazy about, like, shit, the thing I really wanted to get before it ended was the third character, because they released 3 characters with this Grand Prix, and 2 of them were available in the pit stop, and 1 of them was Spyro, which you got from Nitro. And the one I missed out on was Nasty Nork, and you may have seen the live stream. I was kind of going for it, but it was a really expensive one, and I ran out of my ×5 daily bonus racing Wumpa coin buff thing, so I didn't actually get him in the end. And then because I didn't know that you could spend coins to fill out your Nitro bar, because I wasn't available at that time, I just spent it on as many, to be fair, this might not have been a bad choice anyway, but I spent it on as many Grand Prix related pit stop items as I could. So now I've got to build it all back up again, and I believe the next season will start in about a week. So I don't know if I'm going to do that, because you may have noticed, but a game called Destiny 2 Shadowkeep is launching. And I guess I'm going to go back to talking about that. I'm sorry, but it's on my mind, okay? Because, yeah, actually, I do have a few more things to say about that. Firstly, they released the Shadowkeep soundtrack on YouTube. Oh my god, I've listened through it, and it sounds like some shit is going to go down. There is a sound, there's like a motif that plays that is kind of a spoiler for people who pay attention to those, so I'm not going to mention it here, but all I will say is, if you are interested in what I'm talking about, track 19, oh fuck. So there's that. The second thing I was going to talk about is the fact that Shadowkeep releases tonight at 6 PM UK time, which is great, because that's when a lot of people come home from work. A lot of normal people, that is, because I work evenings. And guess what time I have to leave the house by at the very latest to get to work on time? That's right, 6 PM UK time. I do get home at about 1 in the morning. And I am, for the first time, because games release all the time, but I want to play. And they usually release at 6 PM UK time, so I am kind of used to this phenomenon. For the stuff that I'm crazy about, I take weeks off for. But I don't think I did that for Classic WoW, I don't remember anymore. And I didn't do it for Shadowkeep. I had the opportunity to move on for Shadowkeep, but that would mean I would have to go from now until like March before I had another week off, so I decided I'll be brave and I'll wait the additional 12 hours, but now I'm thinking I might just no-life it and play it at 1 in the morning when I come home, or at least for like an hour or two, because I can never get to sleep the moment I come home anyway, and it's kind of annoying because I'm just laying in bed waiting for sleep to consume me. That sounds kind of weird, now that I phrase it that way. Why would sleep consume you? There's nightmares on the moon, moon's haunted, all I can think about is Shadowkeep. I really hope it's good. I mean, I kind of assume it will be good. I trust Bungie at this point, because Forsaken was great, and the annual pass content stuff, while I didn't particularly value it at the time, retrospectively was also great. See you next week.